Hey yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Hollow back again. You know who it is. Come on now. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. I know I am, guys. I'm always turned up. I'm hitting y'all with the beginner guide for the ultimate clash in Dokkan battle. Let's dive into this video. I want to start by letting y'all know something important, guys. These free-to-play teams right here, guys, make sure y'all farm them up. I know it's tedious. I know y'all don't want to do it. But I promise y'all later down the line, y'all are going to literally need these teams to beat certain events and get more Dragon Stones. So go ahead and farm them up right quick. It's the Ginyu Force team, Team Bardock, and the Wicked Bloodline team. Go farm them up. You farm them up over here. You go to start, go to event. It's going to be in the story tab. And here's the Ginyu Force. Right now it's daily, one a day. Just take advantage of it. Do every one of them every day. You got Bardock right here too. So just try to do it once a day. And guys, this is a good investment of your time, I'm telling you, because later on down the line, you literally need them for a bunch of stuff. Now, let's say you guys don't feel like waiting every day for them to come back, the other members. You could go to the Portal of Memories, and they actually show up over here. So these are all the Ginyu Force guys right here. You just go in and do them. I don't really recommend you use your keys on them, but if you're balling like me on keys and you don't plan to use it, you could go for it. Team Bardock should also be here. And then if you're looking for the Metal Cooler stage, it's going to be, right now it's in the Portal of Memories, but let me just show you which event it is. Come on, right here. 10 billion Power Warriors. And as you can see, these drop. They're going to be super important to allowing us to beat the ultimate clash easily. With that being said, let's hop into the event. What this is right here, it's basically once a month. It comes back and it's a series of bosses that you have to beat, and you typically get a lot of Dragon Stones. Like you get at least like 25 every month, and it goes and comes back, and so it resets. So you get a free one every month. So once you're able to beat this, that means you're gonna get free Dragon Stones every month. So let's hop in. And let me show y'all right quick that we did beat it. So you get stones there, stones there, stones. You see all the stones. And then you get 12 stones for beating it. You get more stones. So it's worth it, right? You get this currency that you could use in the shop. It's worth it. And if you want, you could beat it again and again for these. I have a lot of these, but definitely like go for the orbs and stuff. I recommend y'all do it. So let's get this started. Let me show y'all the strategy that I implement when I'm facing Ultimate Clash, and I do this every single month. Every time this comes out, I do the same thing. Only thing is I adjust my team slightly. So let's hit start. It's gonna bring up your entire box, and it's gonna ask you to pick 112 units. Alright, so let me just remove everybody. And guys, this is the format for how I pick my teams. So once you go ahead and farm up those free-to-play teams I told you about, you're gonna go ahead and pick them up first. I'll explain why in a second. So let's hit up the Ginyu Force. There we go. And I'm only gonna use the free-to-play ones. I'm not gonna use... There we go. That's the Ginyu Force that we formed up. Now we're going to go over to Team Bardock. Select those members. I forgot to stress this before, but make sure y'all are picking 7 people to go on your team. Alright, so we got our 7. Every team you choose, make sure it's 7. You got it? Now let's go over to the Wicked Bloodline team. If I could spell. And just pick out that free-to-play team. Again, stick to the free-to-play teams at first. We'll get to the good units in a second. Some of these teams you will have to add one more person, right? So let's do that. Alright, so we've picked all 3 of our teams. Our free-to-play teams with the 7 characters. So we should be at 21. Yep. So now, this is how it works. Each stage you fight, the boss is going to have a specific typing, and you can choose which boss you want to fight in certain parts. So you want to, basically, if it's only going to be one type, you want to bring teams that are focused towards one type. And those are called mono teams. So what that is, for example, is it's going to be in its own class. So let's start with Super AGL. So hit those tabs, and now you want to pick 7 that's gonna work here. And let me explain. When you're choosing your characters, make sure that you have 2 leaders, because it doesn't work like a regular event where you pick a friend leader. You get 2 leaders, but it's from your own box. So pick 2 leaders that lead like the team. So check this out. AGL Gohan is perfect because he leads a super AGL type, key 3, and you see the stats, right? And he boosts Kamehameha. So he gives super high stats, and even if you're not on the team, basically he still gives you the leader skill. So let's choose him for sure. I like to go with him and Super Saiyan 4 Goku because, again, he does the same thing, right? Goku's family 180, and he supports Super AGL. So let's do that. And from here, we just want to pick 5 units that'll mesh on the team. So we got our 2 leaders out the way. Make sure you pick your leaders first. After that, you just pick who your best units are, right? So I'm gonna just choose 5 right quick. Alright, cool. So I picked my 5. Now I got 7 in total. As you guys can see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now that we've done Super AGL, let's move on to Extreme AGL. And so basically, we're going to do that for all the typings, guys. Super and Extreme Tech, Int, STR, Physical, right? We want to be covered from all areas. So let's go ahead and pick our leaders for the Extreme team. Let me just show y'all who I pick. I do have some new additions, so let me see right quick. Make sure you pick the AGL if you have a Metal Cooler. Reason why is because this guy leads Extreme AGL and Wicked Bloodline. I'm gonna choose him for the AGL side. I also like to go with Zamasu because he kind of does the same thing, Realm of Gods and Extreme AGL. Well, just Extreme in general, right? So I'll pick him, and then I'll just pick, I picked my 2 leaders, and so now I'm gonna pick like my 5 best Extreme AGL characters. Alright guys, so now I got my 7, so let's move on to Super Tech. And I'm gonna just skip till I pick my leaders. So really, you guys could get crazy with this too, if you're smart with it and you really look at it, because I could make a whole Tech Movie Heroes team right now, or Beyond Super Saiyan, because they both lead movie heroes and, you know, superheroes. So I really could. Just for simplicity though, I'm gonna just stick to the format, but if y'all want to go in depth, y'all could really check these out and make some crazy teams. I'm gonna just go with this guy as my second leader simply because he leads Super Tech and Full Power. I could have picked somebody better, but I'm just trying to walk through this. Regardless, this team will be good enough to beat the event. So let me get my other 5. So I got my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So let's move on to Extreme Tech and do the exact same thing. Also, keep in mind who you have selected beforehand, because that means you have him already on your other team. So make sure you factor that in. So how I already have some slots here, I just want to exclude my 7 count from these guys, right? Keep that in mind. So I'm going to pick my 2 leaders. Janemba is a good leader for extreme types because he supports extreme class and his own category. You always want to look out for people that do that. I'm gonna just go with this because they're simple. So I got my 7 excluding the ones I had selected. So 3 right here, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's move on to intelligence, super. And hopefully you guys are starting to get the gist here. Like, all you're doing is picking out teams for each type and preparing to fight the type that you have advantage over. So they're decent because they have a category and a mono lead. So do they. Got my 7. Let's move on to Extreme Int. And if y'all really don't know who to use, feel free to just copy my teams. Now, Extreme Int is kind of tough when it comes to leaders, or even as a team in general. I don't have the LR Zamasu, but he would be a good fit right here. Cell has a really good leader skill. Definitely run him. And then I'll just go with Bojack. So I got my 7, the 4 right here, these 2, and him. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now we're on Super STR. This type is stacked, so this should be easy. So Vegeta's a good leader. And then I'm going to just go with Beerus and Whis for the second leader. Choose my 5. Alright, so there you go. I got these right here, and I brought Piccolo as well. Now we're on Extreme STR. For this one, I actually like to make a cooler Terrifying Conquerors STR team. So as you see, I'm on Extreme STR. And let's just search Terrifying Conquerors right quick. Reason why is because these guys both lead Terrifying Conquerors. And this is a 200% for him. So, like, for his lead. So let's try to pick like as much people from here as we could. Alright, there we go. So we got our 7 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's move on to physical. Now we're on super physical. Again, it shouldn't be too hard. Pick your 2 leaders. So right here, let's make a pure Saiyans team right quick. So go here. Pure Saiyans. So as you see, we got Super Fizz and Pure Saiyans filtered. God Goku, he's a Pure Saiyans lead. Let's choose this Vegeta right here, because he's a Pure Saiyans lead, 150%. And Super Class. And then let me pick my other 5 right quick. There we go. Let's move on to Extreme Physical. For this one, I usually just stick to the regular leaders. There's not too many options here. So let's go with him. And let's go with him. And now let me pick the rest. So we've completed all our mono typing teams, but as you see, we got more slots. So now we're going to take off all the filters and we're going to see what we're left with. So from here, if you have a lot of knowledge of the game, you could build more category teams. However, if you're not too sure about all that, I would say just pick the rest of your best units that didn't make the cut before. So we're going to try to work on a join forces team right here. So they're join forces as well as, pretty sure, yeah, they are. So let's sort by join forces. Let's go with that. And then we could choose anyone from here. So let's just choose our best options. Alright, cool. Now let's take off the filter again. See who else we got. So we got Beast Gohan right here, who has a Hybrid Saiyans lead. So let's go with that. And again, guys, don't feel pressured to copy me if you don't have some of these units. If you have your mono teams, like typically you're fine. Just make sure you have backup if it's whether it's another category or simply another typing team, or just like I said, your best units that you didn't put on the team. That's how I started. So these 2 are Hybrid Saiyan leads. Let's fill out the team. Boom. We got our 7. Now let's see who else we got. And just fill out all the slots till you get to 112. So we got one more team we could make. So let's just go and make a super class team. So he leads all types super class, and he does as well. So let's pick these 2, and let's just pick 5 more. And just bring your best units, guys. That's really all it is. There we go. Boom. So now that we got all 112 units, let's go ahead and hit confirm. And so you're going to be brought to these 2 stages right here. So for the first stages, I always bring those free-to-play teams I was talking about. The Ginyu Force, Team Bardock. I always use Team Bardock first, because to me it seems like one of the weaker teams just because of the leader. So you pick your first unit, and as you guys see right here, you got him as the leader. And once you pick your second unit, you see sub. That means he's the second leader. So they're going to factor in these 2 leader skills. Low class warrior, which everyone on the Bardock team is on, and Team Bardock. So it's going to factor in those 2. It always factors in the first 2 characters, both of their leader skills together for your entire team. So let's fill it out with the other 5. There we go. And let's just go ahead and destroy this Vegeta right quick. The first 2 fights are never like that tough. That's why I just bring the free to play characters. Sometimes I don't even bring all of them, like all 7. Sometimes I'll just bring like 5 or 6, because it's literally the first fight. Now, you definitely want to play it safe, though, once you get past this first phase, because once you die, you have to start all the way over, alright? There's going to be 3 phases. This is level 1. You got those 2 bosses. Once we beat them, we'll be on to level 2. Then there's more bosses we have to fight. And then once we get to level 3, that's the last. And it's usually more bosses than the other 2 levels. So you don't want to die at the end, because it's going to make you start all the way over. So how we selected this team, let's say we die. So we would have to pick someone from another team. Like, we can't use these guys again. If we die, that's it. Once we select them in the run, whether we win or lose, we can't use them again. So keep that in mind. You want to make sure you win. But yeah, let's just destroy this man right quick, and let's move on. He's not very tough at all. Alright, there we go. We beat the first phase. We beat the first stage. And as you can see, this is how you get the battlefield memory. So let's keep it moving, guys. Now on to Frieza. Let's go ahead and use the Ginyu Force team right here. And always be careful, by the way, if you have units selected for other typings you want to use, make sure you don't overlap and accidentally use them. and then next thing you know, when you're ready to use them, they're already used up. Keep that in mind as well, because I've done that a couple times. So let's go ahead and fight this guy. He's going to be easy as well. Just smack him up a few times and keep it moving. That was so easy, guys. Like, we literally beat him in one turn. Like, that's why I use the free-to-play teams first to get them out the way on the easy ones. Then when it gets harder, you bring your real teams. Alright, so here I'm going to use the Wicked Bloodline team. The first three, I always use the free-to-play teams. That's why it's important to farm them up. Alright, all these guys lead the same team. It's just this one that doesn't. So if you put any of these as your leaders, like, you're going to be fine. They basically have the same leader skill. So let's go ahead and smack this dude up as well. He's not going to be tough. Should be a little more difficult, but again, like, with these teams formed up, like, you're most definitely going to get this done. And look at that. Already from one turn, we almost beat him. So, yeah. As you can see, it's not too hard, guys. Just do it along with me, and we're going to get through this together. Die! Alright, cool. So, we just literally destroyed that Goku. Like, we took no damage. Free-to-play teams are really good for that, I'm telling you. So, let's clear the first one. We're getting more memories. And y'all should be getting stones. If it's your first time, y'all should be getting them sweet dragon stones, right? And don't forget, y'all could do this every month, guys. So now we're on to level 2. This is where it gets a little different. So now we're going to be using our mono-typing teams. So since extreme teams, for me, are usually weaker than my super teams, I start with extreme teams. So you could pick any one of these guys you want to fight first. But it doesn't really matter. Let's just start with the AGL. And so since he's AGL, like I said, I like to use the extreme teams first and save the super teams because they're better for the last phase. So let's do extreme tech since that's the type advantage. And let's just pick our units right quick. He was our leader and he was our leader. And then just fill it in. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, let's do this. So it's going to get a little more difficult from here. But as long as you have a full team, again, like, you should be fine. I'm going to show y'all. I'm not going to skip the gameplay. Alright, that Golden Frieza is good because he's going to eat this super attack. So see, like, they're starting to do stuff. Like, he started stunning. So keep that in mind, guys. It is going to ramp up the difficulty, but y'all want to make sure y'all don't lose. At least try your best. If you lose, I would say just bring up one of your extra teams that you made at the end. Like, don't bring another mono team if you could. Try to use anybody else. Like, you can definitely bounce back if you die. But it's going to be harder. I'd say if you're before this point. Oh, nice. Let's go. Yeah, so we still bullied this guy. So, yeah, we still destroyed this guy. I mean, that wasn't too tough at all. Let's keep it moving. So, let's go for Bojack next. Alright, so let's pick Extreme SCR since we got the advantage over him. And this is that team I was talking about. You want to pick them. And this is a full Terrifying Conquerors. So, this should be super easy. Like, mad easy. Because we got, like, a literal, like, we got 2 high leader skills for this one. This is a piece of cake. Just watch. Like, we're probably going to one-turn this guy. I'll be kind of shocked if we don't. Let's see. If this guy wants to pop off with some additional supers, then most definitely. Yeah, look at that. So if you've ever been scared to run this event or just figured like, oh, I can't do it, as you guys can see, like, it's pretty easy. No cap. Like, it's only hard at the end. It does suck because sometimes you could get to the end and then you lose at the last fight and you have to start all the way over. That has happened to me. But the stones are so worth it. Just keep trying until you beat it. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So now we're moving on to Slug. Lord Slug, excuse me. But yeah, this is again going to be pretty easy. Like, there is nothing to worry about, guys. Like, I don't know why you so scared. Like, just do it. Like, free stones, guys. I hope y'all are doing this along with me. Uh, there's gonna, oh, let's go. There's gonna be cuts, but just keep up with me. Pause the video if you have to. Rewind the video if you have to. I'm here to grind with you guys. We on this grind together. Now, depending on when you're doing this Ultimate Clash, like, it might be a little different. They do change up every now and then. And as, oh man, we just destroyed that man. Let's go. They do change up. So yours might look different if you're doing this like a year from now, but it's the same concept. So we got STR. So what do you guys think we're gonna do? Go to Extreme AGL because we got the type advantage. So you see how it's coming together, right? Let's go with him. Yep. So yeah, it seems like a lot at first, but it gets repetitive once you realize like what you're actually doing. Then it's like, okay, I just do this again. And it gets super easy. So like I totally understand, like as a new player it could get overwhelming, but I promise y'all it's not that complex. Once you really just keep doing it, once you get it down and you do it a couple times, then you know like, oh, you know what to do every month, and then you're gonna get your free dragon stones every month. So far we have not struggled even slightly. We haven't even come close to dying. Now the difficulty is gonna ramp up in this next phase once we get to level 3. I'm not worried again. It's the more characters you have Dokkan awakened and the more teams you have, it's just gonna be pretty easy for you. If you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of units Dokkan awakened, then once you take those free-to-play teams I recommended, they could beat any Dokkan event pretty much. So just start awakening your units, build more teams, like work on your categories, your typings. It's important to have a lot of good teams, not just one team in this game. You really want to make every team as good as you could, because there's different missions, different Dragonstone rewards, different fights that need specific teams. So the free-to-play teams, like they have like super battle road fights that'll get you Dragonstones, but you have to use them, you know. It's worth it, I'm telling you. So now we're on to level 3. Sometimes it's different, right? Sometimes there's people here, but they changed it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and fight this Omega Shenron right quick. So now we're gonna move on to our super intelligence team. And it's the same concept. Pick our leaders and then our team. There we go. Let's do it. So let's try to see if the difficulty changes that much, if we actually have a bit of struggle, or if it's still easy. Like, let's just find out. I think we're gonna be good. So he's super attacking right away. Worst case scenario. How much does he do? Oh, we'll never know. We've gotten so many super attack dodges in this video. Isn't that like 3 or 2? That's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. And yeah, just beat this man up. Show him who's boss. Let him know, like, you here for these Dragonstones. Like, you ain't here to play. Like, he's literally in the way of you getting free Dragonstones. You gonna let him beat up on you like that? No. I'm sure you ain't. I'm sure you ain't. Man, if you watching this far in the video, man, drop a like on this video, bro. If you new around here, make sure you subscribe, because how you watching this far and you ain't trying to help your boy out? I'm helping you out. Help me out. You feel me? This is a community around here. We take care of our own, guys. I got you covered. Anything y'all need, I'm your guy. Dokkan related, I'm your guy. Just let me know. I'm here for you guys, okay? I'm here to please y'all. I'm here to serve y'all. You know, pause. Pause. Don't, hey. Don't think about that too hard. Alright? Pause. I'm here to make sure y'all are good. That's it. Right? This Omega failed to damage us. Now that super attack could have done a little bit of damage, but we dodged it, so we'll never know. Let's hop into the next fight, which should be even easier because we got Super STR now. One of the best types right now. Yeah, this team is just stupid, yo. For real. This dude's not gonna stand a chance. And boom. Let's see if he lives his turn. If he does some like sealing or stunning right here, then he could. That would be annoying. Okay, he didn't. Alright, well, that's his mistake. Bulma's gonna blow him away. Literally. Boom. Get out my face, boy. Yup. Bulma toting that chopper. You better watch out, boy. Man. The Blue Fusion's EZA is so clean, guys. Man, they're so fun to use. The weight was so worth it. Like, they are fire, guys. Some of my favorite units to run right now. And they're one of the best units in the game. Yeah, so we just one-turned this guy. That was really such a breeze. Yeah, this is the guy you were scared to fight, guys. Nah, but in all seriousness, we got the last phase, intelligence. So we got 2. So if I got 2 typings, which usually if you get to the last boss, you will. I just run the extreme class first. There's a team. Let's get it going. I try to get the extreme one out the way. That way if we lose, we already got the health down pretty low, and we could just clean up with our super team if we do die. Alright, nice. Let's see what he does. Let's see if this fight is going to be hard. The last fight. After this fight, we're golden. We did it. Let's see if he's going to take out this team or not. Oh, well, you could stun him. So, he probably... Or I said stun. You could seal him, so... That's pretty much a GG right there. There is nothing he could do. We won. We don't even need to use our super team. But let's say I died right here. You could easily come in with your super team and clean up 100%. Yeah, this guy's still sealed, so that's a wrap. Let's just clean up right here and then show you what it's like to beat the Ultimate Clash if you haven't already. He is definitely tanking some damage though. He has a lot of health, but if you have good teams, you got this easy, guys. At first it might not be easy for you. Like, you might not have enough units, but as long as you see what to do to actually win, just aim towards achieving that. So basically, if you're struggling, just try to do what I do in this run. Because for me, guys, like, this takes not too much effort. Sometimes the final phase can be hard. But 9 times out of 10, if you bring characters that can steal the enemy, or even stun sometimes, this one you can't stun. But definitely, most of the time, if you could bring people that seal for the last fight, most of the times that's super effective. Because this guy can't even super attack me right now. We're just slowly chipping his health away, but he can't do nothing to me. Look, we just sealed him again. He can't do nothing, guys. We're gonna tank all the normal hits, and this is a GG. This is a GG. I'm gonna probably just skip to when we're about to kill him. I just made light work of this Ultimate Clash. I really just wanted to show y'all, if you're new, how to get it done. There was a few people that was asking me, so it is a lot to take in at first, but honestly, it's not that complex. We just beat the whole thing. If you're struggling on medals, this is a good way to get a lot too. We just got 5 each, so that's pretty good. But that was for doing it twice. For you, if you just completed your first time, you should get a ton of Dragon Stones. So let's just hit OK. Let's move on. And congratulations, you did it, guys. If you see this screen right here, you did it. If I helped you get there, come on, hit that like button, guys. So there we have it. Ultimate Clash done. You get all the Dragon Stones on the first run only, so I usually just do that. That's going to be it for the tutorial. Y'all got any questions? Go down in the comments. I'll help y'all all out. Ask me anything, I got you. Alright, it's been your boy Hollow. Y'all take it easy. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Peace.